hello guys, this is Matthew Scooby, welcome back. So like I've said, I've been remain neutral about this entire thing, but this plot twist keeps getting like bigger and bigger, and now Monica has come out with a statement about the incidents that happened. And if you want to read it, you can. You can pause the screen and look at it yourself, but I'm going to go ahead and explain about what it says. So, she says Vic has been known to grab women's hair and pull them closely to their ear and whisper into their ear. And she says she asked him to stop repeatedly, which, if he was doing that, I can understand how that would be both annoying and that would kind of be a little uncomfortable for a lot of women. And she states that it's not only her, that there's been several women that come forward. Now, she says in the mid-2000s they were at a convention together, in which case they went to his hotel room because he wanted to watch a video with her. So during that time, he reportedly, or what she said, he grabbed her and held her close and he kissed her. And then she told him to stop, and I guess from what it says that he stopped, like down here. And after that, she distanced herself from him. Also, he was dating another woman named Michelle. I don't know who Michelle is. And she felt incredibly guilty about it. And even though like she didn't really do anything wrong, like if she told him to stop and he stopped and she left the hotel room, I don't know, that just, it kind of seems a little strange to me that even though she told him to stop and he stopped, and that would be it. But at the same time, what she's saying that she is true, that even though they told him, hey, you need to stop doing this, please, blah, 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 and he would do it again a couple weeks later, even though he apologized. But my only problem with this statement is that why didn't she just say anything about it earlier? And like on top of that, you know, a lot of the fan base, they've already pulled out false allegations. If like a lot of their posts have already proven to be wrong, and she's saying that some convention attendees that this also happened, which it's been proven over and over again that this happening to the convention attendees, it was all false. He didn't do anything to any fans, and no one has come forward and said anything. It says, she also says those people choose to remain silent, and that's weird. Why would you remain silent if this is really such a big deal? And they said, oh, because I'm facing backlash, whatever, and they don't want to have the same backlash. Well, I don't know. I really don't know what that means. If you are wrong and you want to, they're already destroying his reputation. You might as well just go all in it. Like, fuck the fan base if you truly feel that like something happened to you. But at the same time, none of them have really come forward to give solid, concrete evidence. This story has changed over and over, and all the evidence that we're getting, like, it just, I don't know, it doesn't really make much sense to me. Like, I can see where she's coming from. If Vic was really doing this, and she really did tell him to stop, then that makes a lot of sense, okay? But she's also saying that, you know, okay, right here. He grabbed me and kissed me in his hotel room. I froze. You may wonder why I didn't yell or scream or push him away. I was scared. Why? Because I was raped as a teenager. Okay, I can understand. She was raped as a teenager, so she has some trauma. You know, I can totally I can understand that. You know, anyone who, you know, I've never been raped, obviously, but anyone who have been raped, like, I assume that they've gone through that trauma and relived that trauma over and over. So that's something I can't really fault her by. Maybe she perceived it as something much worse than it actually was. But at the same time, she says she didn't tell him to stop or scream because she was scared. But it also seems that like, it seems that there was no rape involved. Like, there was like nobody was raped. Nobody was attempted rape. He just hugged her and kissed her, and she basically told him stop. That's what it seems like. Like no, okay, and she left. And I don't know. This doesn't add up with that story. But if she says that she was raped as a teenager, I can understand that why that would be difficult for her. But at the same time, I kind of don't buy it. But that's just my personal opinion. You know, that's just my opinion. That's all that matters. And then over here, where's the other one? I have another one. Hold on, there's another one. Find it. Aha, there it is. I don't know why I had a hard time finding it. Okay, and here's another one where she says something about YouTubers, like she's perfectly fine about being a voice actor, and that a lot of people that have collaborated, and I didn't, right here, where she says, I didn't steal anyone's roles or titles. The stuff you're hearing on YouTube is all lies, attempting to create drama and get subs. Well, I have to disagree with you there. They're not really lies. We're just really talking about what we're seeing here. Like, that's all we're talking about. And people like my channel, we like to talk about stuff that are controversial. That is just what my channel is for. And I can feel free to do that. I'm not attacking anybody. And we're not really attacking anybody. And if you are attacking somebody, you should stop. And you're probably a piece of shit if you keep attacking her for this. Or anybody for this. Just let them deal with it. And again, I'm just reading this as it is. This is what I do in my YouTube channel. And she says the investigations were really thorough. Each person was interviewed, the evidence weighed, and a decision made. Each company has to look out for the safety of their employees in the instance. These companies felt they made the best decision to protect their employees and contact workers. Also, these companies are obligated to share any information. Now, you know, I've been saying that from the beginning. That this entire time, they were not obligated to share any information with us whatsoever. They had the right to withhold information because they didn't owe us anything. That I can understand. But at the same time, what I don't understand is why they allowed these fake posts that fabricated this whole thing. Because if they go to court and they end up suing him and he ends up countersuing him, Vic is probably going to win because there's already been evidence of them tampering with evidence. Like, not Monica Real, for instance, but other people on YouTube have already tampered with evidence to the point where we know that they are fake allegations, and this might not hold up in court because of that. So I didn't want to come forward on Twitter, but I felt like I had to do something because my friends' lives, children, and careers were all being threatened. Also, I know if I didn't, there was a very good chance this was going to get swept under the rug. Again, this was not going to get swept under the rug. I don't think this is going to get swept under the rug. I think fans are never going to forget this. To be brutally honest, they are never going to forget this at all. Over here, she apologizes for lashing out a fan. I don't want to have to take people to court or send law enforcement after them, but I was doing what I felt necessary to protect myself. There is a watch list, and I have the names and numbers of multiple harassers. But I'm willing to forgive it if you stop this madness. Now, like I've been saying earlier, if you are truly harassing Monica Real or Sean Schimmel or anybody, if you're sending threats, whatever, if you keep bombarding them with messages, you are kind of the one at fault. Let them deal with this. Just let them deal with this. Let them go to court. Because, you know, people are going to see this as victim blaming. That's what they're going to see it as. And so it's probably best, especially in Vic's best interest and everyone's best interest, that we just stop bombarding them with these messages. Just stop bombarding them with these, with everything on their Twitter account. I think you could say what you can on YouTube because it doesn't really affect anybody. You're just giving your own opinion. But unless you are actually making false allegations, then you should probably stop. But that part is just me. That's just how I feel. So if your addresses and phone numbers were being passed around like candy so people could call or drop just to antagonize you. Oh yeah, she says, how would you feel if your friends were being threatened, as people were passing your phone numbers and addresses around, whatever? If the local authorities made sure to drive past your house daily just to make sure you're okay. If you were forced to be on the phone with various law enforcement and lawyers each and every day, if people were trying to get you fired just because you came forward with the truth, if you were doxxed because people think it's fun to attack those who are hurting. And now here's our final statement. I've always stood up for this community. I've loved the anime fandom from the moment I went to my first convention. To be threatened like this by the community I love really hurts my heart. I recently stood up for the Dragon Ball fandom, only to have the community come back and attack me mercilessly. It's been so incredibly painful. I can't even express. I have never said anything hurtful towards Vic or any of his fans. I don't want to ruin his life. He is my friend. I don't want him to be labeled a predator for life. I want him to get help and realize that his actions have hurt many people, including me. If he takes the necessary steps to better himself, then perhaps I will be willing to forgive him again. Okay, either he is your friend or he's not. He was or is my friend. I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of threats. All of it. From here on, I will only be posting positively and light. Any threats or retaliation will be met with immediate block. I'm not wasting any more time with this matter. It's over. This has been incredibly difficult for everyone involved. Please be kind to one another. Much love, Monica. He is my friend. I don't know. You're not really acting like he's your friend at all. But that's just me. So we have different things that are being said, like in these statements, and some of it I can see where she's coming from. I can kind of agree. I can see where she's coming from. If this happened to you, I can see where she's coming from, right? But at the same time, why didn't they say anything earlier? Like, why? Why did they wait until it got so bad? So she says she's at a hotel room, and he tried to kiss her. She said no. He left, which I don't think sounds really that bad, like, at all. But the fact that he had a girlfriend is not really shedding any good light on him. But that's just me. And then there's a whole pulling of the hair incident. Okay, I can see where she's coming from. If he's really doing that, then he probably should have stopped when being asked, and they all should have came forward and asked him to please stop. Or immediately, if he didn't stop, they could have just stopped working for him. And if she really says that she was or is his friend, then why did she attack him so publicly? They could have easily fired him, and that would have been done with it. She says she didn't want to ruin his life, but she basically ruined his life. But that's just me again. Like, I don't know. This is kind of an icky situation. Like, you don't know what side you want to root for, or what side you want to side with, or if you even want to pick a side. Like, I think Vic seems like a genuinely nice guy, and all the fake allegations that have come forward have been proven to be false. Like, there's nothing holding any water for those things, like, at all. And if they go to court, all that shit's going to come back to court, and Vic is going to walk away because of what the fan base did was make these false rumors. And that's why people had this big problem in the first place. It wasn't just Monica Rial, it was these people coming forward and making these false allegations. Like, out of nowhere, and they were all debunked and proven. And then Monica didn't say anything. She just kind of let it happen. And then, like, she kept contradicting herself. And she wouldn't say things like, well, people are threatening me, blah, blah. No, all her tweets made it seem like she was threatening the fan base. Now, I'm not victim blaming. If something really, truly happened to her, I can completely understand, and I hope she gets help, and I hope she comes out of this. But at the same time, I personally feel that this entire situation was handled poorly. It does nothing, but it works for Vic's favor in a way, even though he lost all those jobs. So if they go to court, like, it really truly seems like Vic is going to win. And that's just my opinion. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm just telling you what I'm hearing. Whatever. I'm not just here for the views or subs or clicks. I just like talking about this shit. This is what I do. It's what I do. I have great respect for Monica Rial as a person, Sean Schimmel as a person, Vic Mignogna as a person, but I'm just telling you what I hear. And some of the story just doesn't add up. But if she says that she was wronged, and she truly feels like she was wronged, then maybe we should respect her for it. But at the same time, I kind of do feel a little bad for Vic Mignogna. Like, you can't help but feel bad for the guy because all of this has been proven to be false allegations. That's just it. But that's just me, and I'm going to stop right there. So anyways, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to leave a comment below. Yell at me if you want. I gotta go. Peace out.